David Aldridge along the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with a sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Fantastic backcourt facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. That's why I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Now here's Beverley. Passes it to Ibaka. He kicks it to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. For the 3. That one doesn't drop. Now the Wizards take it the other way. George against Beal. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. 80 that time from Leonard. Beverley against Westbrook. Beverley with the ball. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverley.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Beal, the pass to Bryant. The dish now to Westbrook. Beal against George. From the stripe. It's hauled in by the Clippers. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Beverley kicks to Morris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. The Wizards with another miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And Morris throws it down.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Beal against George. Here's Bryant, and Bryant slams it in.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. Kicks to Ibaka. That one falls.
Very solid, both ends of the floor. That time, Ibaka, efficient inside.
And there's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Westbrook. Good work defensively by Morris. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Ibaka outside. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Washington trailing. Here's Westbrook.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Shooting 2.
he knocks down the first one. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Beverly against Westbrook. Here's Beverly, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Morris outside. Westbrook with the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Wizards have gone 2 of 6 on the field. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Got a piece of it.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And again, Washington no good.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. To the paint. It's stolen by Brown. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Bryant. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
The Wizards shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Pass to Hachimura. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Beal. What a tremendous game he played against New York. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Second is Paul George.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. There's Beal with the three. Wizards keeping it alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Now here is Ibaka. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Morris. Just 5 to shoot. It's good from long range. Morris has got 5 now.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game. Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Here's Beal. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Over George. Misses off the left iron.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Passes it to Morris. He dishes it to George. Again, Los Angeles.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Beal against George. Beal's shot is good.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Now here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. Some solid defense from Brown.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Westbrook. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Up top, Leonard. He's covered by Brown. And Leonard gets it to go.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Westbrook kicks to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Defended by Ibaka. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Steve, let me ask you, what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes, or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Now here's Williams. And the pass to Leonard. Misses from short range.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Hachimura, the pass to Beal. He kicks to Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Great showing for him last season. 6th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year. He literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. First free throw is good. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Pass to Morris. Over Westbrook. Morris, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And again, Washington, no good. So for the Wizards, their last game, a win against the New York Knicks. The kick out to Williams. No good on the triple. Washington's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Westbrook, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
1:32 left to play here in the first. Ibaka outside. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A 3 from Leonard.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Ibaka. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Bounce pass from Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. From deep three-point range, the shot, no good. Now Washington takes it the other way. Beal taking his time here. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. They get it back. Ibaka. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Wizards up 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So,
well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
In it forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. Bradley Beal is out there with Napier, and it's Wagner in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded by Williams. Beal's shot is good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Leonard. Outside, George. Outside, Williams. Launches a three. Rebound, Washington. Outside, Beal. Passes it to Hachimura. The fader doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Washington. Here's George. Back to Williams. Outside, George. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his fourth rebound in this one. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Napier. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11. Wizards leading by 4. There's the pass to Bertens. Pass to Wagner. Here's Hachimura, defended by Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a 3. Hachimura, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there. A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
Here's Hachimura. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Williams passes to Zubac. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul. Wizards on D. 3-point lead. Leonard on the wing. Bertans defending. And the Clippers miss again. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Napier passes to Bertans. Taken away by Williams. Here's Kennard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
And he makes the first.
You know, a big change last season for Luke Kennard happened when he stopped worrying about taking bad shots. He was asked to be more proactive on offense and start creating chances for himself instead of waiting for the ball to be swung to him.
Troy Brown's checked in for Hachimura. He hits both from the stripe. And Smitty, that aggressiveness from Kennard, that's what the team wants from him.
He's a big part of their future. They need that from him. He may not be their #1 or #2 scorer, but he can be a very solid option off the bench or as a starter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And finished off by Leonard.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now here's Beal. He's got 10. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Napier kicks to Beal. Shoots from 12. Beal with another miss. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. George passes to Leonard, and the shot goes down. And now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Passes it to Beal. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. There's Tennis, the pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. Over Leonard.
Locked down. Leonard, a smothering force on the defensive end.
The Wizards with another miss. Now here is George. Napier covering. Here's Pertinis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard attacking. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Wizards trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Napier. Softly drops in the floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Dishes it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double to the inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Washington calls timeout.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Washington. Ish Smith comes in for Shabazz Napier. And here's Smith. Now the pass to Westbrook. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 13.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Williams passes to Zubats. Back to Williams. Pass to Zubats. Here's Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here is Williams. From deep. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wagner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Westbrook passes to Wagner. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead. Williams inside, working on Smith. Williams can't hit.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game. Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter, nothing since.
Pass to Leonard. Over Bertans. Gets it to go from 8 feet. And it's now 23 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Here's Smith. And it's sent back by Leonard. And he recovers it. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Boston, where they'll take on the Celtics. Then, on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
The first one falls.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. It has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Lou Williams.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
Jackson misses. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to get you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but
The whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Zubac, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Wagner. Last game he had 10 points. Back to Westbrook. The offensive rebound. And the rejection by Zubac. Round with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Wagner. Offline with his three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Passes to Kennard. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Westbrook finds Smith. Outside Westbrook. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Outside Westbrook. 1:15 left here in the second. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Westbrook.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Luke Kennard. And he makes both free throws. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Jackson passes to Beverley. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Ibaka right side. Back to Jackson. Ibaka outside. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Washington the other way.
Got to recognize the situation. Trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot. At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else. This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Westbrook kicks to Smith. The pass to Wagner. Back to Smith. A floater. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jackson in the corner. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 23 points, 2 blocked shots, and 1 assist. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, we all appreciate the toughness of Kawhi Leonard. Nothing phases him mentally. Wears you down physically, always focused, always competing. Terrific first half.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Wizards trail by 7. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Beal. Brown outside. 3-pointer. Beal can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Looking to get back on track here. Rebound by the Clippers.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Beal with the steal. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Pass to Bryant. Over Beverly. The Wizards with another miss.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. For Los Angeles, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, free throw drops for Leonard.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Beal against Beverly. To halt the run. Pass to Beal. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. It's going to be Beal shooting. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And that one falls for Beal. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Washington calls timeout. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
A moment to see the stats for Paul George. Last season, he played outstanding. Last year, checking in at 28 points per game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Wizards trail by 11. Hachimura the pass to Brown. Now here's Westbrook. The Wizards working the ball around now. Ibaka against Bryant. Baseline J on the way. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Leonard. Beal against George. Kicks it to Beverly. Outside, George. Over Beal. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
They get a hand on it. For 3, Westbrook drops in the tray. Westbrook's got it back down to within single digits for the Wizards.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Yep, that one goes.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Westbrook. 20 points for him. Outside, Beal. Brown outside. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Westbrook missing. Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's Morris, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Rahimi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Bertans comes in for Troy Brown. And it's Napier in for Russell Westbrook. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. And Morris drops them both. Wizards trail by 12. Outside, Beal. Down low. Berton's shot is good. Berton's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Now here's Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Napier. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Washington on D. On the wing, Williams from 18 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing. Wizards trail by 10. Here's Hachimura. It's rebounded by Lou Williams.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Hachimura, no good. George with the ball. Now Beal defending. Pass to Ibaka. On the wing, Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Napier up top. He's guarded by Williams. Now here's Napier. Pass to Mahinmi to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Beal. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 12. Right side, Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Passes it to Hachimura. Napier feeling it out a bit. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Napier's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Williams up on top. Can't hit that one. And it's Washington the other way. Now Napier. Outside for Beal. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Now here's Beverly. Napier covering. And here's Beverly. Plays it up and banks it in. Beverly's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Beverly's showing he can make things happen off the bounce.
Here's Hachimura. He's guarded by Williams. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Paul George on top. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
The first one falls, and Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka, and it's Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. Both shots good from the stripe.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Outside Williams. The pass to George. Over Napier. George, no good.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
No coverage that time. And that's 15 points for Beal.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. From a young age, Davis Bertans and his brother Dyrus had a basketball in their hands. Their parents were both gym teachers. So from the time they were rugrats, they were gym rats.
Here's Beal, following the score by Lou Williams. Mahinmi with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Napier. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Morris. And for Davis Bertans, a pure shooting stroke born from a lifetime of repetition.
Almost led the league in three-point percentage last season. Sharp shooter is his role.
Here's Hachimura. Paul George making his last shot. And that one drops. Hachimura's got 4 points this quarter.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points in the game so far. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Napier passes to Hachimura. Mahinmi trying to get open. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Hachimura. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Now, here is George. 12 points for him. 2 points. That one goes.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Napier passes to Mahinmi. Here's Hachimura. Zubac's defending. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now, here's Napier. Here's Hachimura. And it's sent back by George. And now the Clippers on the break. This one for 3. That doesn't go either for George. Wizards trail by 16. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Napier passes to Hachimura. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Kennard kicks to George. Back to Kennard with the shot. The shot, no good. And so it's Los Angeles with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up. Hold on!
You gotta buckle up on that one.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Brown. Bryant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Westbrook, no good. Los Angeles leading by 20. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now here's Westbrook. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The Wizards have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Smith. Outside Westbrook. Trying his luck from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Westbrook's got 23.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second three of this half, third of the night.
Jackson passes to George.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Now here's Westbrook. And Bryant kicks to Bertans. Leonard with the steal. Here's Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Both free throws good from Jackson. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And George kicks to Leonard. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Nice step back to get it off. Leonard's got 28.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Jackson against Smith. For 3, Westbrook. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Shooting 2.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bryant has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And it's George finishing it off.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Smith the pass to Westbrook. Back to Smith. Back to Westbrook. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Leonard draws the double. Zubac finds Ibaka. Now Jackson. Bertans defending. 5 on the clock. Back to Leonard. The three. And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Los Angeles with some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Ibaka. And Landry Shamet subbed in for George. Now Payton. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. Just something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Clock at 6. Lets a floater go. Kuzekniks with the rebound. Washington shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Trying to get something going, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
And the first one drops.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Zubac. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And the basket by Jackson.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Smith on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Smith, no good. Clippers have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Well, we see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
The Clippers have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
Smith, the pass to Besekniks. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. First free throw is good. Mahinmi's checked in for Bryant. Both free throws good from Matthews. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar, there's no off season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
Now here's Payton. He kicks it to Mahinmi. Smith against Patterson. Back to Mahinmi. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Payton outside. Wing shot on the way. Smith gets it to go on the assist from Payton. 6 points for Smith.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The playmaking of Reggie. A work in progress, but looking good right there.
Patterson against Smith. Shoots over Patterson. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 6 in the quarter.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
And that one's good, Shamet.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Smith. Here's the floater. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Mahinmi kicks to Payton. Mahinmi against Patterson. Mahinmi passes to Besekniks. Here's Payton. We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. And he knocks down the first one. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. both free throws good for Payton. And here is Shamet. Kicks it to Patterson. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on Los Angeles. That one is off. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Here's Kennard. Outside for Jackson. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Here's Payton. Here's Bezeqniks. Up and in on the layup. Bezeqniks got his first bucket in this one.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now, here's Shamet. Pass to Patterson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Washington shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Matthews dishes to Mahinmi. 1:43 left here in the fourth quarter. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Kennard kicks to Jackson. The pass to Shamet. Patterson with it. He's covered by Matthews. Good work there as it goes. Patterson's got his first points of the night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Here's O'Quinn following the bucket by the Wizards. Pass to Kennard. The 15-footer, good.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Payton can't get it to go. Jackson with it. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look.
should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
you played with a lot of them, though, didn't you?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I've played with, but he can shoot it from deep. He was the guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
3 terrific names. And the Clippers starting 5. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
George up top. Morris passes to Beverly. George double teamed. Back to Beverly. Shot from 12. Another shot and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Good from George.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year, but the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through the
For 3, Westbrook. A shot off that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard dishes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Bryant. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Wizards.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love DC. I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of DC love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Scott Brooks, and a lot of their focus is their strategy going up against Paul George, who is a threat from distance and at the rim. You can't take everything away, but surrendering long twos is probably the safest plan.
Thank you, David.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ibaka looking for an opening. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Leonard. From deep. The Clippers rebound. Beverly finds Ibaka. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Beal. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
And so Westbrook makes them both. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Leonard against Brown. Leonard inside, shoots over Brown, and again, no good by the Clippers. Pass to Westbrook, and beyond the arc, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Kicks it out to Leonard. The high post shot. Hachimura grabs the miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Dishes it to Westbrook. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged about 23 points a game last year, 10 assists and 11 rebounds. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points last game out. It's George on the wing. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Westbrook passes to Hachimura. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Bryant against Ibaka, and Bryant kicks to Brown. 5 on the clock, shoots over Leonard.
Well, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Westbrook. What a tremendous game he played against New York.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
Here's Hachimura. Clippers able to drain the three.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Leonard against Brown. Right side Leonard. That shot is off.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
And the Clippers have possession after the basket by Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Bradley Beal picks one up. The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Second is Paul George.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Clippers leading by 7. Here's George. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. George has got 12.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now, here's Bertans. He's tightly guarded. That one good for 2.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Beal against George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Off target from outside.
When D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And Bryant kicks to Westbrook. Outside, Beal. Launches it. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Passes to Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. Now the pass to George. Williams dishes to George. Leonard looking around. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Pass to Beal. Leonard with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. For the finish. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 6. Floats one up. Here's Bryant. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Bradley Beal picks one up. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
First free throw is good. Washington making some changes. Wagner, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Bradley Beal. And he can't hit the second. Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball? He and Horford right now, oh, man, 2 of my favorite passes in the game.
And, guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Here's Hachimura. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Berton's shot is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside Williams, pass to George. A 3-pointer, no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Westbrook, and Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here's Napier. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
4 on the shot clock. Bank shot, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Passes it to Leonard. Yep, that one goes in there. Leonard's got 10 points.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And here's Westbrook from downtown. Doesn't go that time. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, and straight the floor, making open shot, you know, rolling the basket, screen, you know, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups.
Shoot two.
So, the Wizards 5 right now. In at forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. Napier is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Wagner in at the center. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Westbrook. Clippers leading by 9. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always good. Thank you.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Leonard. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show for.
Napier passes to Hachimura. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Grizz, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing an oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, "I'll get you an easy one, big fella." And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, "Hey, wait a minute. Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them," and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, "Now it's your turn. You're open," because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, "Hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play."
He dishes it to Westbrook. And the baseline jumper, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Napier. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. Wagner can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's George. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Count it.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Napier passes to Wagner. He kicks it to Westbrook. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter. Now he's got 1 in the second.
Outside Leonard takes the 13-footer. Again, Los Angeles.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Outside Westbrook. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. Wizards trail by 8. Here's the pass to Westbrook. Here's Hachimura. To the right side. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Williams passes to Kennard. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Wizards, Troy Brown comes in for Hachimura. And it's Ish Smith in for Napier. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Now, here's Bertans. He's covered by Leonard. Wizards passing it around. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Can't nail the jumper.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Now here is Smith. For 3, Westbrook, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. The shot by George, wide open, but they'll get another chance. Got a hand on it. Brown against Williams to the paint, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George. The Wizards have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Smith finds Bertans. Smith with it. Back to Westbrook. Shoots over Zubac. No good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
They have been board dominant in this game.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 19. Kicks it to Brown. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 13. Good bucket there from Bertans.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Pass to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Right through the D for the layup. Leonard's got 24.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Wagner. Zubac defending. Wagner, good. Williams with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Zubac. Here's Kennard. Right side, George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Now, here's Bertans. He's covered by Leonard. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown kicks to Smith. Beyond the arc. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers leading by 15. And here's George for 3. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. That one a little long.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Here's Westbrook following the score by Lou Williams. He can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Clippers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. Beals checked in for Washington. And then for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And checking out numbers for Patrick Beverley, how he performed last season. Averaged 7 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 40-point game against New York. And another miss by Washington.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Smith, the pass to Bertans. Passes it to Wagner. And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by Beverley.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
The pass to Beal. 1:36 left to play here in the second quarter. Wagner, good.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Smith against Beverley. Now the dish to Leonard. Over Brown. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Beal. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Puts up a 3 and another 3 for the Clippers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Smith feeling it out a bit. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shot clock at 5. Bertans finds Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Clippers have shot 6 or 7 at the line. And the first one drops. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Shabazz Napier comes in for Smith. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And both free throws good for Paul George.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Napier passes to Wagner. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Hachimura. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's George. He's got 34. Ibaka outside. Jackson has the open look. Hits it from 3-point range. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, man, you really like seeing Jackson get going from the perimeter. His three-point shot has come a long way.
And so it's Los Angeles, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, we're seeing what it looks like when Paul George takes over. Knockdown shooter, that sets up his drives. And on the defensive end, he has the length to defend 1 through 5.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Wizards shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Westbrook over Beverley. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Great D that time from Beal. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Washington. Brown against George. Outside Beal. Tips it up. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Inside, and that one's good. Beverly's got 9.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Outside Bryant. Here's Brown. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And George, here we go. The quick look, no good that time. For Washington, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
Outside Westbrook. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 6th rebound on the night. Leonard attacking. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Bradley Beal picks one up.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Beal, the pass to Westbrook. There's the 3. And another miss by Washington.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Beal, the pass to Hachimura. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hachimura's got 12 in the game.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss it.
And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Bryant dishes to Westbrook. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Westbrook against Beverly. Morris outside. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Feeds to George. And it's George finishing it off.
They've got this lead because he's at the top of his game. He has been the story tonight.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Bryant kicks to Brown. The second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Brown's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 11. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Leonard's got 30.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Here's Hachimura. 12 points for him. Back to Westbrook. It's Beal on the wing, defended by George. Beal can't get it to go.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
The Clippers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Wizards making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Morris drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Right side, Westbrook. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
And Morris throws it down.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Now, here's Bryant. He has 6. Left side, Westbrook. Over Beverly, and Westbrook hits it to go. Westbrook's got 21.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Is Smith, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Leonard draws the double. Inside, Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Beal drives in. Count that one.
I mean, wow. The scoring ability of Beal is so impressive. Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league.
Free throw, no good for Beal. And Chris, with Beal, it's in large part due to how he has expanded his game, which means he now impacts the game more.
Yeah, well, Beal moves so much on both offense and defense. He's a very active player. He's never passive on the floor, and he looks for ways to inject himself into games.
Bryant finds Mahimi. Leonard with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Here's Kennard. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Brown. Smith on the wing, defended by Beverly. Unloads from 13. And it's Smith missing.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 6 assists in the game. Smith against Beverly. Smith the pass to Bryant. On the wing, Brown. He's covered by Leonard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Davis Bertans checks in for Washington. And Beal kicks to Mahimi. Pass to Bertans for the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Bertans got 9.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the 3 as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the three-point line.
Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the 2nd half.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Beal, the pass to Mahimi. Now Smith. Morris Morris with the block.
Oh, just fantastic defense from Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Got that one up quick. 37 points for Leonard.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here is Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. He kicks to Leonard. To the paint, here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Smith dishes to Beal. Leonard trying to break free. Good on the shot. And it's 7 points for Bradley Beal. LA's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Mahinmi. Dishes to Smith. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
Smith has the floater down to a science, the rainmaker. A difficult shot that he has mastered over time.
Ibaka outside. Back to Beverly. There's the feed to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 41.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Washington has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Smith kicks to Beal. Lets it fly from 18. 18 that time from Leonard. The Clippers shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Rebound, Washington. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Beal dishes to Mahinmi. Looking for Bertans. He gets it there. Over Morris. Here's Beal. The shot that time, not on target. 80 that time from Leonard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Wagner, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Hachimura comes in for Brown. And it's Napier in for Smith.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Napier missing. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Shots good by Williams.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Beal against Williams. Now Beal from deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Matthews, Wagner out there with Pasekniks. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. The Wizards shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Poke loose, stolen by Jackson. Here we go, one-on-one. That one drops for him.
Oh, man, and Jackson is just incredibly fast in transition. It's just the defense's worst nightmare when he's leaking out in the open floor.
Napier passes to Hachimura. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you know, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, you know, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Here's Napier following the score by Reggie Jackson. And here's Napier. Outside Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. Hachimura the pass to Wagner. Off target from three-point range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Jackson looking around. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wagner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Napier, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
Here's Williams. Plays it up off the glass. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now here's Napier. D right on him. That shot missing. Ibaka with some nice D. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Williams gets the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the pass to Wagner. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Free throw, good. Matthews and the Wizards making a change here. Payton's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Patterson's checked in. Clippers on defense. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Napier, guarded by Jackson. And it's Napier missing. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-5 run. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Payton against Williams. Shoots from the elbow. Washington gets it back, and a new 14. Mosekniks, he's off on that one.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Here's Payton following the score by Reggie Jackson. Payton looking around. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Payton's got his first points of the game.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Wizards shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Now here's Napier. He's covered closely over Jackson, and it's Napier missing. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Wants to get it to Shamet, and does. It's good. Shamet's got his first 2 points of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Payton outside. So the wing on the left. Here's Wagner. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Pass to Zubac. He dishes it to Jackson. Passes it to Williams. Here's Shamet. And there's the pass to Jackson. Over Napier. Jackson misses. And so Napier will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Payton drives in. Sweet little floater. Payton's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
The Clippers shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. On the wing, Williams. With some arc, he lays it in. Williams has got 14 points now in the second half.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
Napier with it. Jackson on him. And the basket by Napier.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Jackson with it. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. So I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Now here's Payton following the miss by Lou Williams. Back to Payton. Pass to Napier. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Wagner. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Wagner, and Smith subbed in for Shabazz Napier. And then for the Clippers, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Luke Kennard in for Lou Williams. Smith against Jackson. And the rejection by Mahimi. Here's Smith. Again, the Wizards good for two.
Continuing to prove his jumper over time. Smith is fast and how he pulls up on the defense.
Jackson against Smith. The Clippers keep it alive. Here's O'Quinn. They shoot again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. And here are the Clippers now. Matthews with the steal. Pass to Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Wizards. That one's not going to go.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Here's Payton. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Passes it to Shamet. Now here's Patterson. They get a hand on it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Now here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Wow, the speed of Smith and his ability to change gears constantly keeps the D on their toes. He has a knack for picking up fouls while shooting.
First one falls for him.
Well, Ish has made a lot of stops along his way in his NBA career, but it's a credit to his fortitude that he continues to work and, more importantly, improve every year.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Koseknik's no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Jackson against Smith. Outside Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.